Hello, everybody, and welcome to COACP. With me today are my good friends. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Starfacto, aka Star, at twitter.com/Starfacto. I'm not a liar, I'm a harp.
I'm Diego, aka Dekai at BleacherCat on Twitter. I got no bit for the intro.
I'm Bex. I'm here for now. I'm that Bex on Twitter. You can follow me. I post things sometimes.
And I'm Dan. I realized I forgot to introduce myself. On Twitter. This week, continuing with our bit, we've lost Grass and Resty.
Dan, you gave your old
For this week only, and also Azure Return. Not
Azure Return. Yeah, I'm at Azure Return. Bleep that other name out. Who's that other guy? Don't know him.
You can put like a funny sound effect over the video.
It took us we did 2 episodes where we had like the people that are supposed to be here. It is episode 3 and we've already had like, well, we don't got enough people, gotta find someone else. And that's Bex.
Hi,
So
Bex.
congrats to our first guest speaker.
Yeah.
So I don't have any comments from last episode because we haven't uploaded it yet.
I was horribly sick, and so editing's been slow.
No, I can't. I'm not judging you. It's not like
I'm telling the people how the people don't know, Dan. I need to tell them how it happened.
Yeah, episode 4, we could have a comment from him who shall not be named saying, "Jesus Christ, this person yelled during episode 2."
From who?
You know, the person who we don't name.
Oh, our good friend.
You know, Jesus.
Yeah, our good friend.
I'm exclusively going to refer to him as our good friend from now on.
That's fair.
Yeah. He'll kill you. He will.
Yeah. Alright, you know what, Star? I'm not gonna make a real beep. I'm gonna take that excerpt from you saying beep and I'm gonna put it over me talking.
Episode 5 is just gonna be like one long beep. That's how bad.
Yeah, titled "We're Sorry."
April Fool's.
It's just a 10-hour video.
I told you to bring topics. Oh, you go.
April Fools. About a month and a half away.
That's
Got
a
anything
long
in
time.
mind? That's not a long time.
That's a pretty long time. That's a month and a half.
We got fucking what's the holiday before that? St. Patty's before that.
Yeah, that's my people,
like,
you know.
St. Patty's is fun and all, but it's barely a real holiday. When people think of major holidays, think of like New Year's.
April Fool's is barely a real fucking holiday. Don't you
St. Patrick's Day is more of a holiday than April Fool's,
No,
right?
I'm not treating April Fool's as a real holiday. I'm just saying, like, there's a real holiday spacing. Like, you treat St. Patty's as the next holiday. The next holiday is Easter.
You're right. How did I fucking forget Easter?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even think about it.
No, Easter's on April 9th. No, go fuck yourself. Hold on.
Yeah, St. Patty's is before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The next holiday is Easter.
Oh, you're talking about like the next real
St. Patrick,
holiday.
St. Patrick's Day is a holiday. It's just not a major holiday.
No,
That's
St. Patty's
how that
Day
whole thing
is a
Sorry.
day where you go out with your friends and have some
Okay.
fun. It's not a real holiday.
I went out with my dad. What do you mean?
Oh, so Star, let me. Star, I'm gonna break down what the fuck just happened in the conversation. You brought up a holiday that is before Easter, and then when Dan also did the exact same thing, you're like, no, that's not real. What's real is Easter.
No. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. What I said.
Off to a great start today.
What I said was April Fool's. I said April Fool's is not that long away. I did not say it was a real holiday ever. All I said is April Fool's is pretty soon. And Dan was like, no, it's not that soon. There's a whole holiday before it. I said, that's not a real holiday. The next holiday is after April Fool's Day.
What is your definition of a holiday? Okay, no, I'm not gonna ask.
What's the point of this? No, what's the point? What is an April Fool's and St. Patty's? They're on equal level of not holidays.
My point is that April Fool's is not that far away.
Hey, listen. Any day that lets me get away with drinking and not being judged for it is a holiday in my eyes. Okay.
You would do that if you were getting judged for it.
Yeah, but it's better when I can go out in public and not be judged for it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's nicer to do something and not be judged than do it and be judged. That's just like
Listen,
Simple.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
you
like,
wanted
either
this
way,
to
I
come
would be
into the
doing it.
episode. But Bex, you clearly didn't want to be. You didn't care about being judged when you brought up the whole water argument.
Hey,
Why
listen,
you-
we've gone over this, okay? I said it once and I'll say it again. Water indeed does taste like water.
Hey, everyone in the comments, like all three of our viewers, make sure to like leave a reply on why that is completely wrong.
No. I mean, we don't. The basis
No.
of the argument is not said. Bex thinks all water tastes the same.
No, I said that all water tastes like water. Y'all just took
No,
it out of context.
you originally said all water tastes the same. No, you cannot fucking change history.
I did not change history. That's just how it's gone this entire time. Y'all are just schizos.
No, Bex, we've had. This used to be a part of the bit where I would ask you, do you think water tastes like water or all water tastes the same, are the same statement? And you would just start laughing and just like fucking with me. Like this is a thing that you did for a few months.
How would you know?
Everyone
like-
check general real quick.
Bro,
Don't ruin a podcast, Dan. You incompetent.
I know.
That's not real.
Fuck you. I found for our audience. I found a message where Bex definitely said water tastes the same.
Check mark. Water is different flavors. X mark.
Yeah.
And then everyone being immediately after.
to call attention.
But I'm
Yeah.
sure that the rest of our viewers don't want to hear us read the log of a message sent.
I have the chat
Jesus
logs.
Christ! That was over a year ago.
Oh, it was a long time
Damn.
ago.
My biggest
it's been
problem
that
in the
long.
universe. Everything happened in the past year. Nothing happened over a year ago.
This is true.
The flow of time is fucked.
Time is
No, this
weird.
is true.
Time
It'll
isn't
be
real.
fucked. It'll be fucked once I've been here for over a year because I don't think that'll like. make
It's coming
sense.
up. It's
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up.
it actually has been that long. Now
It's
for me.
like 4 months.
Listen,
Yeah, I got 4 months.
It's been
It's
well
closer
over
to
4
the.
months.
It's closer to the year anniversary than it is when you first joined.
Diego,
So,
all
Yeah.
I'm saying
Diego,
is that-
you joined here like
Yeah,
a
I'm saying
little
there are 4
after
months
I
left.
first moved here.
I'm saying there are 4 months left until it's a year back.
Diego,
Yeah.
the fact that you founded that you helped found an entire podcast
Okay,
in this
COACP
server.
podcast was already a concept.
Yeah, but the fact that you're on it consistently, you're one of the 3 people in this friend group who have shown up to all 3 podcasts, have consistently helped the plan going. Ben, our editor, despite
I
only
know.
being here
I
for
love-
like 3/4 of a year, just shows that like
yeah.
it already feels like you've been here like a long
Guys,
term.
I love Star
I think
being
I'm the
like,
protagonist now.
I love Star being like, yeah, we're the 3 main people of the podcast. I didn't even invite you. You just showed up.
You literally just showed up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of did just show up. Hey, you know who else was the main member of the podcast? The person who flaked despite saying they would have an 80% chance of being here tonight.
Oh, this
We
like
shall not say names.
the push for like this current iteration of the podcast to happen was Resty's. Like he was
Yeah.
the one that was like, yeah, we got to do this, and now
I
he's not
remember
fucking
that.
here.
That was
here.
like months ago.
Fucking Rusty's like L from Death Note when he says like, I have a percentage chance and it's actually the opposite percent. That's what Rusty does every time. He's like, I have an 80% chance of showing up tonight. It's actually a 20% chance.
Rusty really be taking the L.
Yo, speaking of, I actually did watch some more Death Note with my roommate tonight. But
Oh, nice.
Epic.
and we got to that exact level of reasoning where L was like, there's a 3%. No. Now there's a 7% after this one interaction of L or of Light being Kira.
He doesn't talk like that.
That's half the show. What do you mean?
No, that's literally like that was literally how he's like after this.
I mean,
one-
like he says that, but he doesn't talk like that. He's not like.
I mean, yeah.
Well, okay,
but, like,
Star's not great at impressions. You can't expect too much.
Yeah, we know this already.
hey,
I mean,
Lois,
after hearing.
remember that time
No!
that we traveled back in time to the COACP podcast episode 1?
Yeah.
Star, but
That
it
was
just
a Peter
sounds like
Griffin
he's like
impression.
eating some food.
Negative views reported. In fact,
We've lost. Seth MacFarlane is gonna sue our asses. That is just too good of an impression.
Oh, dude. Oh no.
They call me Seth MacFarlane the way I McFar in these girls.
Star's been drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of wild how I'm the sober one this time.
Not the sober one. You're a sober one. We got sober ones.
I mean, but like usually, like I'm the drunk one in call.
That is pretty funny because like every time that we have like gone out of our way to have a drinking night and you happen to be there, you go like, well, I was also drinking anyway. That and it's just like this is.
I just happen to also be already drinking.
hardly
I'm
know
always
her.
drinking when I can.
It's like inviting your friends over to your house for a drinking night and your uncle's there and he's already half drunk. It's like, damn, I guess the party's already here.
Yeah, that's facts.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just me.
Dan, is this a scenario that you've been through?
Not in real
Okay.
life.
They call me drunk
I
Uncle
was just
D.
like, this is such a fucking weird scenario to describe off rip.
Not with friends. I've definitely, like, my dad's been like, yeah, we're gonna go out drinking. No, I didn't drink with my dad. I've never done that before, actually.
Ah.
But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go out drinking. And he comes home and he's like, why is your fucking uncle here half drunk already? I'm like, I don't know. He just showed up.
Us.
I didn't ask.
That's us.
Drinking
Sounds
these
about right.
nuts.
Ew.
How? Do I have to like liquidate them first? Like,
Yeah, you do. All right, Star, bring over your balls. We're liquidating them.
Have you never heard of peanut butter? Have you never drank peanut butter before?
Oh, so we crush your balls.
Never
We
drank
crush your
peanut
balls
butter?
into a liquid.
Have you ever drank peanut butter before?
in like
No.
a milkshake, yeah.
You don't often drink peanut
Yeah,
butter.
you
Yeah. No?
No, it's not a liquid.
It is a it is a liquid.
I mean, you heat it up a bit and then you drink it. That's a pretty natural thing to do.
What is wrong with
No.
you?
No,
You're
it is- no.
anytime
There's no
Star
way you
talks
think
about
this is
anything
normal.
Food related. He's
There's a
just an
0%.
actor.
This is a bit.
Yeah, there's a bit.
This is a bit.
Yeah, no, this is a bit. I kept
Bro could not fucking keep up.
He was trying to trick us. He was trying to bamboozle us.
Bro, okay.
You know, honestly, anytime Star makes like a food related comment, I can never tell if he's joking or not. Because he just does the most.
Me either. I thought he was being serious.
No, yeah, I thought that was real for a second. It was just like, nah, come on.
This sounds like something Star would believe.
No,
Yeah.
Listen.
no, okay, no. Anytime Star shares a real food opinion, he doesn't just go, no, like, no, yeah, this is normal. He goes, yeah, everyone thinks I'm insane for this, but it makes sense and everyone's stupid.
Oh yeah. No, he never says something that's like out of the. He never says something that is like something he's always believed.
Yeah.
And now he's saying it for the first time. He always says things that he thinks he's right on, despite the fact that everyone tells him he's wrong on.
Listen, if I were to put this in an analogy, right? Like, saying,
No.
like, my food opinions, when I say them, like, genuinely, it's like when you have, like, a rat out in the open, right?
Yeah.
And there's
No,
a
yeah, you
choice
can end
between,
there.
like,
You
a
can end there.
mousetrap.
You can end there. You can end there. That's correct. You
Yeah,
did it.
we don't need to
You're the
continue with
rat.
this one.
You're the rat, bro. You did it. Good, congrats.
Star, how many pages did you have prepared for this analogy? Like, were you working on this? Did you have to get a thesis, sort your sizes?
Literally 0. This is actually, like, quite literally the most. This is the only analogy I've ever said that, like, quite literally from conception to, like, actually saying it to, like, continuous it, every detail was completely and utterly improvised.
Okay. To be fair, Star,
No, I believe.
I think literally 2 days ago, or 2 or 3 days ago, you basically threatened me to come into the podcast and start saying a bunch of analogies.
Okay, I think for the viewers' sakes, we need to, like, pull up analogies I've said in the past. Jacob, what's that one I said to you in the past?
Is it? Hold on, I might have to believe if it's not. Is it the girl piss one?
That's so awful.
We explained this one to you,
Oh,
Bex. Come
yeah.
I
on.
that's
know,
what it
but
was.
you just reminded me of it. It just makes me mad again.
Can we talk about my lies and my hidden blade? I
Okay,
think
no,
I'd
yeah,
rather
yeah.
talk about
Hold
that
on.
one.
Let me read it out. Let me read it out. Let me.
Yeah.
Because we always say my lies are my hidden blades, which is better than what he said. He said it worse.
Yeah, so for context, we were talking about some shitty tweet where it's like, would you give up lying for something or whatever? And so I was like, I couldn't give up lying.
Yeah, it was like
no.
a big list of things, and it's like,
Well,
which
let me
ones
give
do
the
you
exact
give up and
context.
which ones do you
It was
not?
like 11. It was like one of those shitty engagement tweets where, like, you expect everyone to quote retweet it, everyone quote retweets it. And it's COACP and in this group, like, we often send those tweets, don't actually, like, engage with it on Twitter, but yell about it. In
Yeah, we
Discord,
just
right?
we just yell about it. Yeah.
And in
Yeah,
this
it,
case,
it was like 12 things, and it was like you can only keep 3 or something.
yeah, you can only keep 3 things, right? Well, me.
And yeah, one of Star's picks was lying. And I was like, Star, do you value lying that much? I don't think you're that much of a big liar. And Star's like, no, you don't understand, and I want someone to read
I
that
gotcha,
right
I
now.
got
Okay. Let me before you list those. Let me list all the 12 different things. You can only keep 3.
No, I'd rather just
Power,
read the
water,
analogy.
hair
I'm not going to
dryers,
lie to you.
stretching, taxis, social media, like tears, sunblock, parties, sitting down, gossiping, umbrellas, radio, condiments.
Okay.
Kept it quick.
Star, do you understand that we're not
Just reading it
arguing
fast
about your
forward.
choice of saying lying? We're arguing about the words you said and how they suck.
No. I see
Yeah.
it's a context, you know.
It was unnecessary.
That's a lot of context.
It was
That is too
unnecessary.
much context.
Okay, this is the thing Star
And
said.
the context I set up was perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't need. We didn't need all that.
Start really
Okay.
giving context like a woman.
Yeah. Read that hit.
Yeah.
Read that tweet, Diego, please.
it's- Listen, I'm not a liar, and I don't lie particularly often, but an assassin has to hide their hidden blade, or otherwise they can't do their job at times.
That is the most cringe thing I've ever heard Star say.
Sucks
That is
so
act-
bad.
This man talks about visual novels all the time, and that's still less cringe than that. Holy.
That's where he got it, bro. What are you talking about?
That's
And I
awful.
just short that to "My lies are my hidden blade," which is a way better sentence, but it's still just as cringy.
Yes, because one
I
time
wanna
we
say-
kept talking about how cringy that is for a while, and we kept restating it as that. And then went, it's not even that, it's worse. And we went back. I was like, holy shit. Oh, because what happened actually is that there was a string of time of about a week or two where anytime I was losing in an argument, I would just point out that Star was in the process of making a really bad analogy, and I would escape my loss.
Which,
And that
yeah,
was how we
for
got
the
to talking
record,
about that.
That would be undeniably your loss. And I made a perfectly sound analogy. And Diego would throw this misdirection and everyone would be like, holy shit!
I think the worst part about Diego is that he's a great arguer, right? In the sense a great debater, if you
A
will.
master.
Yeah, a master debater. In 90% of his arguments, he's right, but in the 10% he's wrong, he will find the most evil way to get out of it every time.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's put it like this. Diego's not right 90% of the time. Diego is the fucking Ben Shapiro of this
Okay.
friend group.
No.
That is an
Diego
insult.
will find the
Holy.
most irrelevant detail in something
No,
and harp
okay.
on for an entire hour about the most irrelevant detail that means nothing to the overall point. And just argue about that.
I only do. You're talking about a specific instance where I wanted to fuck with you for fun.
No,
Hey, Diego, if you're
no.
the Ben Shapiro of the server, does that mean that your
Like
sister
that
has
is
big
not
boobs?
a Ben Shapiro situation. That is a I don't care about this argument that they're having. I'm gonna make Star mad.
Diego, what do you have to gain by being Ben Shapiro and by making
That's
me
not a
mad?
Ben Shapiro. Okay, the first thing, false allegation. The the second thing, it's really funny when you get real mad. It's like, yeah, get out.
Oh yeah, last episode when you fucking screamed your head off at Diego, that was the peak of that episode.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
the
awesome.
fun really dipped out that episode until I said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The joke's over.
yeah. It's retired.
Oh, that's gonna be
You
an
don't know
awful
what the joke
laugh
is,
moment.
Bex. We haven't released that one yet. It's a secret. But
Yeah.
fucking. So when I first started my edit, because it's not done and it's stressing me out at this point, but I'll get it done. When I first started my edit, I went to the part where Grass. I went to a chunk of the Piper discussion where Grass is just going yeah, no, Chloe makes you go chungy bungy, whatever. And I just isolated that clip and sent it to Chloe with no context. And she was just like, what the hell?
Sounds about right for Chloe.
Yeah.
That is just kind of Chloe core attitude right there.
The Chungus among us.
So I'm gonna have to cut you off. You gotta go home, man. You've had too many drinks tonight.
You've had too much, bro. You gotta calm down.
Homie kind of sussing the hell out.
You don't gotta go home, but you
I'm
can't
calling
stay
you-
here.
Yeah, I gotta call you an Uber. You're gonna. It's $15. I know that's too much, but
Yeah, I've also put in a tip already that you have to pay.
You guys are vile. You ever think about like the consequences of your action of having to make me spend an extra $5?
No.
No.
Motherfucker out here talking like Sammy Sonic kid.
Whoa.
Consequences of
You know,
your
it's-
actions.
Don't you know?
You
Here's a Sonic fan.
Have consequences.
Jesus Christ.
You know, that's the worst. That is both the worst and the best impression you've ever done.
That's so
Like,
awful.
actually.
There keep being sounds in this podcast episode that I'm like, we're releasing this, and that's unfortunate.
This is the chill episode, you know? The
We got
You know,
4
You know,
homies.
most of the
this is the definitely we had to get 4 people tonight.
most
episode.
of the time,
Yeah.
wouldn't like the guest star episode like be the one you try hard in?
I mean, the guest star hasn't
Okay,
much
no,
said
there
much.
is. Okay, so a podcast I listen to has this exact scenario happen sometimes where it's just like a fucking co-host is not here, so we got this other guy, and they're very much this energy of just like we're scrambling here. We don't fucking know, bro.
Just don't have a script written out. We're just kind of like winging it.
Yeah. Listen.
Okay, we
it-
never.
Oh, wait, how many podcasts have a
Honestly,
script?
this is
Yeah.
probably like
Yeah, what-
the most active at like first 20 minutes of the like podcast that we've had yet.
Yeah, we usually take a while to like figure out what we're doing. We've just
God,
kind of been going.
The Nintendo Direct thing might be the most like filler conversation
It worked.
I've ever seen in like
It
was
worked.
the equivalent of walking up to someone and like sitting there for like 5 minutes trying to
Star.
start a conversation
Okay.
and be like, nice
It
weather we're
worked.
having today, huh?
I mean, it's a
It
topic.
worked. It worked. They got the
we
conversation
did.
going.
I'm not saying you made a misstep in asking that question. I am just saying that is the definition of a filler.
We talked about approximately 1 Nintendo game before someone found something to yell at someone about.
Those two.
It worked.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
true.
just saying
Start talking about
compared
that,
to
right?
that, where we had to have
I said approximately.
Yeah, you got it.
compared to that, we're like that where we had to have filler conversations. We've had like conversations flowing throughout this entire app. We hadn't had to fit those filler in there.
You're jinxing us so fucking hard, bro. You're jinxing the absolute
Yeah.
hell out of us right now.
Episode 3, the behind the scenes episode.
So true. Yeah.
So I posted a banger tweet earlier. We like talked about this off
What was that?
like off
Oh.
audio, but like something to talk about again, I guess. It's like I
Oh no, yeah. Well, Bex was talking about you know, anime like being like the nerd thing that like people like were seen as weird for, and then becoming super mainstream. And I believe the tweet
Yeah.
is like was like what'll be the next thing that
like,
kind of does that.
what's gonna be the next like popular like so I worded like anime as being like popularized by essentially like hipsters. Like they're not actually hipsters because they're weebs, but that same kind of like culture.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
get your
so
idea, yeah.
what's gonna be the next like hipster quotation marks culture thing
Well-
that's gonna become popular and like big like that?
You know what's absolutely done that in the last like 5 or so years? Maybe a little further back. Fucking D&D. That should be everywhere now.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
no, that's, so true.
Oh yeah, no, like okay, I just need to put the obligatory plug here. Wizards of the Coast, scummy company. If you haven't read into everything that went down with one D&D,
No.
I highly encourage you to look into that.
Well, they went back on
they
it,
went
I'm
back
pretty
on
sure.
it after weeks of pressure from literally
Yeah.
everyone,
Uh,
industry, fans, and even outside. Like this situation was so huge and it had so much pressure. That was the only reason that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast ever went back on it.
I forget that's
Yeah,
how
that's how you usually make things go back.
Hey,
on
and
that.
speaking of guys,
bullying works.
check out Pathfinder 2e. You don't have to deal with any of that scumminess from Wizards of the Coast,
Oh my god.
Pathfinder players be like,
This guy.
and you can deal with a much better system at the same time.
But yeah, back on Bex's thing, I remember that like D&D was like the butt of everyone's jokes for the past like 15 years, and then all of a sudden, you know,
yeah, it's
you got
it's,
what's
like,
the fucking
everywhere
Matt
now.
Mercer show that everyone
Critical
talks
Role.
about?
Critical
Yeah,
Role.
Critical Role. Like that's
Critical
that's
Role.
huge now.
Yeah, now that's like super huge.
And like at university, like everyone I know is either in a D&D game or like constantly fiending to like start up a D&D game.
No,
with,
yeah,
like,
dude, the
some
fucking
organization
change
or
because
something.
in high school, like it was me and one other friend who like were into like D&D things, and we like begged our friend group. We tried to find other people. We just could not fucking get a game set up to save our life. He went not like the way things have changed in the last few years. He went to the fucking U.S. Navy and he found people to set up a thing.
Okay.
Like
To be
That's
fair,
epic.
as far as I know, people in like the U.S. military are actually like the biggest subcultural like people out there. Like from
Yeah, but,
everything
like,
I've
you know-
seen online and just from other people talking
Just
to
call
them,
them nerds.
like,
yeah, just
They-
call them nerds. What
Yeah.
is this subcultural?
Just call them
people?
nerds at subcultural people. Are they fucking like lizard people? What do you
Okay,
mean by
but,
that?
Honestly, like it seems like nerd culture is just like kind of blowing up in general because like anime was part of nerd culture. Video games are like, I mean, they were never like not super popular, but like they're like the most popular they've ever been.
I feel like people in our generation and a couple generations back cringe at the words nerd culture because we're the generation that they tried to sell loot crates to.
Oh my god.
Oh,
so
yeah.
true.
and so it's like anything that's just like all
I'm
things
so
nerd
glad
is just like God, shut up.
I'm so glad Loot Crate fucking
Listen.
exploded. What a great thing to
Oh
learn.
my god, let's just promote gambling in my Overwatch game. Why don't
No,
we?
not that's the wrong loot crate.
That's a loot box.
Is that
Loot
not the
crate
same
was
thing?
no, loot crate was the
Loot Crate was a
Loot Crate
company.
is like
Oh.
the thing you watch like a screw attack death battle, and you're like, oh, enter this code and pay this, you'll get X% off on
Oh,
your deal,
it's
or we'll
like
send you
those.
this merchandise, this shitty luck-based percent merchandise of
Yeah,
this
it's
media
just
that you may
that's-
or
Why'd
may
you
not
describe
like.
it like
I
that?
forgot
No,
about that
okay.
even existing.
yeah, it was every month you'd get a box and it was a bunch of nerd themed things and it's just like there's no way I'm gonna be into every fucking like piece of media that you think is nerdcore and I'm
It's like,
gonna
yeah,
enjoy this. Who
I
fucking a
totally
fucking
want
psychopath?
a thing with Steven Universe in with my like I don't know a Dead Space figurine of like Isaac Clarke or whatever.
I got
Yeah.
one a single time. It was in 2015. It was because Fallout just came out, and they're like, "You're gonna do a Fallout Loot Crate," and I did get a bunch of like cool Fallout stuff. But like for some reason they sent me like a Robocop T-shirt and
Did
like
you get a Geiger counter?
like no, not a Geiger counter. That'd be funny.
cool.
Though. It's like a Robocop T-shirt and I think like a Terminator like I don't even remember like a coaster or something. I was like, why the fuck? And this is a Fallout pack. Why did you give me some Robocop?
I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I like RoboCop.
It fits the
Why?
aesthetic because like RoboCop's kind of close to the whole Fallout thing, where it's
It's
retro robots and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of robots in Fallout, but like, yeah, usually the kids that are like a fan of like the video games like Fallout, they're probably not watching RoboCop. Like,
okay, but I was.
It's just a weird thing.
That specific pack you described would have been awesome for me, honestly. That sounds
Honestly,
stupid.
like, I'll be honest. For Americans, RoboCop is such like a big cultural icon for like even kids. Like kids in my like generation. Like even if they didn't see it, they thought like RoboCop was like the coolest shit ever.
Their kids
I don't
definitely
know
have
a
not seen
single
that
kid
movie.
that was
Is
around
a
my
thing I
age
can
that
bet on.
watched RoboCop. The only
I
RoboCop I
don't
had
think-
ever seen as a kid was that like shitty remake that they did. Like, what was that back in like
Yeah.
2012 or
I saw
something
like
that?
TV commercials for all the time. All my friends always constantly like everyone at my school, not even just my friends, like made RoboCop
What kind of
conversations.
fucking alternate universe?
reference.
What kind of fucking alternate universe RoboCop like dimension did you
I was
get?
like, that was like nowhere. Like RoboCop, like I had heard of RoboCop because of my
RoboCop
dad.
is a very popular movie, but like no one's like watching no kid was watching RoboCop past the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like a thing.
Okay,
people
I mean,
do.
they
like
didn't
if your
watch it.
dad's like into 80s media, like your parent in general was into it.
They
usually
knew what
they'll, like,
RoboCop
play
is,
it,
and they
but-
would be like, make RoboCop references every now and then, like the playground. Like that is a normal thing to do.
Make
Like,
okay,
That's
sorry.
not
Give me a RoboCop reference you heard dropped at the playground real quick.
people just
I
pretend
wanna
to be
hear it.
RoboCop. Like, can't give you a reference.
This is a schizo moment.
What are you talking
I
about?
remember,
What
I
kind
remember
of
going to the
reference
playground
is
and then, like,
that?
these kids pretend to be
No,
the
yeah,
Terminator.
people
I remember
just
this one
pretend
kid.
to
He said, I remember one kid who was like, "Yeah, I have to go back to class, but I'll be back," and then walked away.
Yo,
No,
man.
no shame. No shame to RoboCop, But Terminator definitely has a much bigger cultural relevance than Robocop.
Terminator references were much more. Everyone would say, "I'll be back" and all that.
That was
stuff,
a joke. Right? That wasn't a real thing. That
what
happened.
kind of fucking 80s high school did you go to? Like high school, like elementary school.
All the kids pulled up in hoverboards.
Like how often? Like I get saying it once, like I'll be back, and it's funny. What motherfuckers are doing this every week at your school?
Okay, there was one specific time at summer camp where I remember there were even though I've never seen a Terminator movie, I still haven't seen a Terminator movie. The one time I could have seen a Terminator movie, I got fucking cut. Although we watched Kill Bill instead, and that was fine. But anyways, there was an entire week at the summer camp I was at elementary school where people would constantly make Terminator references like crazy. Like every other conversation had at least one "I'll be back" Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
Hey Star. Did any of the kids get picked up by their dad in a DeLorean?
No.
Did your kid? The kids was James Cameron's kid there? What happened?
No.
They're paying the kids to be actors.
Okay. So this was an overnight summer camp, abroad. So you stay out a week,
abroad.
Or not abroad, but it was in the same state. But
this motherfucker was going.
It was an overnight camp.
Camp
and
in Europe.
half the people in my cabin. No, not even half. Probably 75% were people I knew from my school, and
that's lame.
There were a bunch of other people. But the thing is, everyone from my age group went to this specific summer camp. People at other cabins. Because all the cabins were based on age group. The people from other cabins would be from other schools. But our cabin specifically was all the kids from my school who went to the summer camp. But that's a digression. And everyone there was so I knew them, and we were just all making Terminator references, even though I've never seen a Terminator movie. And you know what else caused Terminator references like crazy in my friend group specifically? Not at the summer camp, but just in general. Castle Crashers.
Okay,
Castle
that
Crashers is just a popular
That one makes
game.
sense.
Yeah, no, and
yeah, that one makes sense.
Sinking to lava and giving the thumbs up, obvious Terminator reference. set up a flurry of Terminator references in our friend group.
Sure.
Wait, you throw one of your kids into the lake and he just fucking had his thumb up as he drowned into the lake? The fuck do you mean?
This sounds like a fucking Simpsons episode. What do you mean?
This doesn't sound
everyone
real.
is oh man. One kid's I'll be back, and the other kid's oh, hasta la vista, baby, and they're what's your favorite Terminator quote star? And you're hey, what do you mean? What's going on at this fucking Terminator camp?
I will say.
Was the T-1000 there?
That was from Terminator. As a kid, in Spanish class and otherwise, I would just always say "hasta la vista, baby." I thought that was the coolest phrase ever. Did not know where it was from. I just thought that phrase was so wrong. I think I might have thought it was from Johnny Bravo or something.
Star, you're such a nerd. Holy.
That's awesome. Anyway, Star, you down to watch the Terminator soon?
Yeah, Terminator would be fun.
I'm down.
First one's
Don't we have to
alright.
watch Rocky
Second
3?
one's fantastic.
Yeah, we're we gotta Resty to be here,
Yeah, we gotta rely on his L 80-20 chance.
Yeah.
If you ever want to watch something. We'll set up a movie night for if Resty's here and if he's not here.
Yeah.
Two separate timelines.
Two separate timelines.
Bro, I gotta
Yeah, I'm down to
How
watch
much have I
Terminator when
had
get
fucking
there.
Rocky 3 fucking torrented and it just has not happened?
We watched Rocky 1 in November, I want to say. So we've been doing. It's been
We
No,
Rocky.
it was not November because
No,
it was December
wasn't that long
because.
ago.
Oh no, yeah, we watched Rocky 1 around November because it's Thanksgiving and we were oh, we did this on purpose. Huh?
And Rocky
I remember-
2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rocky
no,
2
Rocky
was
1
after I got back from New York.
Hold on.
Rocky 2 was in
I
January.
got specific dates because I have the media thread posts. Rocky 1.
I have specific.
December 5th, 2022.
I have the chat.
That's not-
Bochi,
yeah, Rocky
the
2 was
Rocky. And then
December
January
7th
6th.
should be Rocky 2.
January 6th, 2023. Rocky 2, Low Tier God.
Oh yeah. Low tier God. Everyone go check out that one tweet in the media thread. It's very funny.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
Not Bochi the Rocky. That sucks.
yeah, that was
Yeah, no,
the other
that's.
one.
I didn't even know the joke until a month later. I was just that's just dog water.
Until we watched it in the group, I had not thought about how funny just like like the scene of fucking Apollo Creed gets hate mail and one of them just straight up kill yourself.
I love that there's a scene in that movie where he basically makes a Soy Jack and a Chad character archetype to put out into the public to be like, yeah, Rocky's a soy boy and I'm the Chad.
Yeah.
It's like, what
It
the
really
fuck,
is a
guys?
reflection of modern time.
I've had Rocky 3 torrented since January 23rd. So there you go.
It
Long we've been
is
waiting on
currently,
Resty.
as of us recording this, February 17th, 2023.
In Minecraft, of course.
Yeah, none of these dates are real. But they're all like the exact, we calculated how long apart they are. But they're all fake dates.
If this were to have happened.
Ah.
I was with some friends the other day, and my friend was telling me about like his Minecraft server, which is really funny. But he kept describing things they were doing in Minecraft, and I'd be like, "Are you guys like secretly doing illegals?" Yeah, my cousin Red, he's like a drug addict. Like we have a joke where he's a drug addict in Minecraft. It's like in Minecraft, and like he's like, no, like in Minecraft. I was like, are you serious? Or he's like, in the video game Minecraft. I was like, oh, okay.
So true.
We are so internet brained. It's so bad.
One of my friend groups has been like trying to set up a Minecraft server the past week, and this one guy, like, I don't know what happened because I think there was supposed to be like an 8 megabyte like mod pack that they were trying to like get working, right? And this guy somehow
8 megabytes. What the fuck was in that mod pack? Like nothing.
and this I don't know, but somehow this guy got like stumbled into like downloading like thousands of megabytes worth of stuff like over what was supposed to be happening, and was like, bro, what are you cooking? Like, how do you get like hundreds of times over what you're supposed to install?
You hit a button and then you ignore it.
Yeah.
He just didn't stop seeding the download or something.
You don't go to the same website everyone else does. I don't know.
That was the one where I always had back when I was a kid, trying to like even just get texture packs from Minecraft. Because I remember one time as a kid, like I actually bricked my computer because I knew nothing about computers at the time.
I
was
did
just like,
not
I want
brick my
Minecraft
computer,
to
but
look cool.
I did get it fucked with viruses.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
doing
like,
emulators.
it didn't really
mainly.
like brick, but like it basically ran at like, 5 fucking ms.
I did not break
yeah.
my computer, but I almost fell for one of those like get a free iPad ads. Like you are the 100th
Bro.
visitor, click here and enter your details, get a free iPad. And
See,
you
I was
know
lucky
why?
to be
I
like
didn't
taught
fall for
about
it.
the like scams as a kid.
You know,
Here's a good parenting tip. It's get your first kid, get them the worst shittiest laptop possible because I promise you they're gonna ruin
Yeah.
it. They're gonna ruin it by clicking everything.
you know why I didn't fall for
Oh, yeah.
iPad? Because it wasn't good parenting that saved me. It was like the most dense parenting I've ever seen that saved me. Because, okay, so I was in the room with my mom when I got this ad, and I was like, hey, Mom, they said, oh, you can get a free iPad here. Like, and then my mom was like, hey, like, you're already using an iPad right now. You don't need another iPad. And I was like, I guess that's true. And I didn't go for it.
What the fuck? Bro, I would have just gotten the second iPad if I was a kid. I would have been like, yo, 2 iPads?
I can't believe your mom was like, yeah, get a free iPad. Ah, we don't need a second one. Not even to sell?
Yeah.
Like,
come
what
on.
do you mean?
And listen, I love with my mother with all my heart, and I'm not going to use this podcast to like slander her good name. But I know my mom well enough to know that wasn't her like using the deflection like to convince me. No, I know that was her genuinely thinking that was like a real thing and saying we just don't need another iPad.
Well, your parents are like, no flame. We can cut this out if it's too much. Your parents are like old, like really old,
Yeah,
aren't
no,
they?
they are. You don't have to cut this out.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Star, I forgot. Like for a second, I forgot like that you got like people that know you IRL and would then henceforth know your mother.
All right, with that cut, I think about it. I didn't come in here with topics. I was like, I've had a pretty shit week. I hope the other guys have topics, and then 90% of them jumped out of the podcast. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh man,
I didn't
who's here?
plan to be in the podcast today. Otherwise, I would have like put some topics down. But I was told an hour or two before we had to start this. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just
I used to
Pop
do a
up the video.
podcast where we pulled topics from a hat. I might bring that back.
Sure.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to
Dan,
have like a basic
what-
script to like go off of.
You know what
Really
happened
tough.
Chris.
last time we had a hat? You decided that everything we put in the hat was too fucking niche for a podcast.
Okay. Correction. He did not decide that. We all collectively decided that because we were right.
I don't know why you're. Also, it wasn't a hat. It was a piece of paper that you filled out with stuff that was like way
Okay,
too
don't say
niche.
piece of paper. It was
What
a
do you
Google
mean?
form. There's a difference.
It was a Google form. But yeah, we don't need to explain that one to people. They listen to it allegedly.
Episode 1.
Click.
You know, like old comic books when they'd be like, "Oh yeah, this happened in the previous issue."
Yeah, Dan, do you know how to put like cards on YouTube videos? Like so right when we say episode 1, it pops up there.
I mean, it
It's
couldn't
not
be
that
that hard
hard.
to figure out, so probably not.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, that's your job.
I don't imagine.
Oh yeah, we have a YouTube version. We gotta.
Oh, I did upload the YouTube version of episode 1, and those will come out
This will come out.
probably a day after the like audio version.
Yeah.
Usually, depending on how many edits I have to do, which is never very much. I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Yeah.
Because fuck, when I'm trying to think. Okay, now I'll just try to think of when I'll have the episode 2 out, but we'll probably just talk about that off recording.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's the state of the podcast. For episode 3, you know, we're talking about big plans for the future.
Yeah.
That's a joke. We have no plans for the
We have
future.
I got a plan for the
I mean,
future.
the plan is.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
please bring a topic in that isn't logistics, for the love of God. This is
I'm
worse
sorry,
than
you want
talking
me
about
to-
the weather.
how about-
Jesus
how about-
Christ, guys.
How about you give me more Robocop quotes? Give me that one. Huh?
Yeah, give us some Robocop.
Alright.
Let me know ahead of time if I'm gonna be like joining the podcast, so I can like
didn't
write some things
know.
down next
We
time.
thought Rusty would be here.
Okay.
He was not.
Robocop, the 15th funniest quotes from the 1987 film. Robocop is director Paul
looked up a fucking
Verhoeven's
article.
quintessential masterpiece in the
Verhoeven.
sci-fi movie.
Oh my
It's full of
God.
comedic one
I'm not here.
Copyright strike.
Did you say sci-fi? You said sci-fi. Don't skip
Sci-fi.
past that.
This man's illiterate.
There's
No,
no, way
this
I did
man's
say
drunk
sci-fi.
off his
There's
ass.
no way I did say sci-fi. Hold on.
No, you definitely said sci-fi.
You said sci-fi.
We all
I'm gonna
heard
run
that.
that back.
All right.
Somebody want to call paramedic. You call
Somebody
this
wanna
a
call
glitch? I'd buy that
Call
for
this
$1. I hardly know
You
her.
almost did that one right. You almost did that.
It's funny that you're like trying to say it, and it's almost coming out like a RoboCop, like the intonation he has.
Well, none of these were
What
quotes
kind
of the
of
character
car
Robocop.
do you want? Something with reclining leather seats that goes really fast and gets really beep. That bleep is in the article that I pulled up. Gas mileage. I'm what you call a repeat offender. I already know it. I repeat, I will
Why did you
offend
have this
again.
article up so fast?
He
Tastes
types very
like
fast.
baby food. You
Yeah.
probably don't think I'm a very nice guy, do ya?
That's basically.
No.
No,
That's
you're
I
kind
it,
of.
Buster. I hardly know her. No more military
That's
aid.
not.
That was the worst country
I don't
accent
think
I've
it's in the
ever
movie.
heard.
That was supposed to be a
I don't-
country
I don't think
accent.
he's going for
I have a
country.
guaranteed military sale with ED209. Renovation program. Spare parts
Ed
for 25
209.
years. Who cares? No, it's ED209.
It's Ed. I watched the movie,
Oh, you
idiot.
said Ed. I thought you
It's
said...
the
I thought
movie.
you said Ned. I thought you said ND or Ned or something. Who cares if it worked or not?
This guy's drunk.
Are you still
He's
drinking? Are you
he's
still
drunk.
drinking?
Excuse
He's still
me. I
drinking.
have to go. Somewhere there is a crime happening.
That's not in the lines. Star's just thinking that.
Yeah,
I don't
that just
remember
starts
that one.
speaking. That just starts.
Crime is your always negative bias. Unjustice. Justified negative bias. You know what we said? This is going to be an
Unjustice?
anti-Grass episode
Bro.
or an anti-Dan episode. Like,
Bro, did you
before
say
it's-
injustice?
Injustice?
Don't show up drunk.
They call me
It's bad.
Injustice.
Big is
It's
better.
like an evil
because
villain.
bigger is better. 6,000 sucks. An American
This is a
tradition.
clusterfuck.
Come quietly, or there will be trouble.
You didn't
They'll
even
fix
say it
you.
like that.
They fix everything.
The final edit of this episode is gonna be 2
You are
minutes.
legally
From how
private
much quality?
property.
This is the quality
You have
content.
20
Oh, they can
seconds
say it.
to move your vehicle.
This is staying.
This is staying in.
And
This has gone on too
very
long.
important
This
Dan,
quote.
is
if you
so
wanted-
bad.
Dan, if you wanted this to get cut, you should have fucking stopped it. Like, it's gone on too long. Now it has to stay.
You're
I've
fired.
been trying.
Daniel, you're fired. Both of you are fired. That's the last
You
quote.
don't have
That's
access
the
to
last-
anything.
The last quote was Dan,
Not even
you're
paying
fired.
us.
This is not a quote.
You don't have access to any of the stuff. You're fired.
I thought you gave him the YouTube access. Did that not work?
I did.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ah,
no,
fuck
no,
you, Star. We
real
went
quick.
back to talking logistics. You lose.
Bah!
The backup email is my email, so there's no.
Oh no.
This whole thing is so
I
sus.
just hope everyone knows I swim my chair armrest way hard, and I really hope that picks up my mic and stays in like the podcast.
It definitely did not over Discord.
Well, it's not
but,
I
on
mean, yeah, it's not
Discord, but it
Discord.
might be on
Discord is
the mic.
infinite noise suppression. You're just for posterity's sake.
Yeah, we learned that for
Yeah,
grasses.
Yeah.
when he
It
was
cuts my voice out like considerably. I've noticed because I'll be like saying something and it doesn't actually like light up on Discord, but then
You
I'll
should
like talk in
fuck with
this.
your. You should
I
fuck with
did.
your input.
I very
Oh,
much so
okay.
did. That's like the best I can get it.
The,
I have
the
a very
best the best
quiet
advice I
voice,
can give
so
you is
that's why.
talk with your chest.
I-
Actually, I would say talk with your mouth, personally.
I gotta talk. No, I talk quieter because I don't really like feel like getting yelled at for being loud at night.
I'm always popping popcorn in the background of every episode. I don't know if anyone can.
Are you actually? You have a
It's there.
popcorn maker?
No.
Also, Diego, I gotta get you on your ass for one
Well,
thing.
I didn't know if you were just like
Wait,
making
you got a
popcorn
what?
like a microwave or something.
What?
I have to get on you for one thing.
No,
Whoa,
that's
that's
not what
sus.
you
Okay.
said.
That's so sus.
Get
That's
on
not
your
what-
ass. You want me to
No,
say
you said, I gotta get you on your ass. And I was like, whoa, what the hell?
That's
Okay,
so
Diego,
sus.
talking with, even if you ignore like the, oh yeah, even if you like boil it down to the literal components, talking with your chest is a very literal thing.
I know. I'm aware.
Like not even figuratively, like literally, like talking, like using the airflow of your chest to like project your voice. It's
Yeah.
more than just talking.
I'm
So-
aware.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
aware.
How we feeling? How we feeling for the episode 3 title? Is it Stars Drunk or Robocop?
Definitely RoboCop. Definitely RoboCop both. There's been so much
The ro-
about RoboCop.
The RoboCop spoiler cast.
Yeah. For a movie that came out 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Has it
And
really
also, we
been
did not
40
in fact
years?
record a spoiler cast, so.
If you care about RoboCop spoilers, please explicitives that I hope Diego just puts a like bleep filter over, so I don't. So this entire bit doesn't seem like really goofy.
Star, I want you to answer me a question.
Yeah.
Important one. Are you still drinking?
No, I'm only drinking. I'm holding a water bottle in my hand.
Because it sounds like you've gotten drunker.
Yes,
throughout the
you
cast.
sound
I
drunker
think,
now than
I
when
think
we
what
started.
ended up happening is
Okay.
he was drinking before, and then it hit as soon as the podcast started.
No. Dan, all the viewers have seen what I was like last episode, where I talk in this when I'm on the podcast. I talk with adrenaline and adrenaline alone. I don't remember half the stuff I say after the podcast when I'm completely sound of mind. I am a man driven by adrenaline.
That's so bad.
So everything I
You're a
say on this,
creature.
Your Honor, I was just running on a lot of adrenaline.
Your Honor, I had an energy drink. I pulled a Resty moment.
it is what we call a frenzy, adrenaline rush, a fervor.
frenzy?
I think the cops will describe it as that too.
RoboCop. My life is like RoboCop, a trance.
My
get
life
sucked
is
into
like
the flow.
RoboCop.
What does
Feel
that
the
mean?
flow of
No,
the
what the
word.
fuck does that mean?
See, okay, we did it. We got like a genuine full example of a horrible star analogy.
Yeah.
Oh
there you
my
go.
god.
There you go, audience that has left. Because no one someone stuck around for the RoboCop quotes section.
I want to know what that means by my life is like RoboCop. Were you like dissected or something? Are you living in a tin can?
My life is like a video game.
You know,
Dan.
Star is a lot like RoboCop. You know, not the character of the movie.
Bad?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, okay, what is wrong?
That movie's awesome.
He's
Bex, I
just
didn't
setting
think
that
you
up.
saw me that way. Like, phew.
No, I was defending the movie RoboCop, not you.
Yeah. Robocop is awesome.
Not RoboCop's alright. But like,
I'd buy
Wait,
that for it.
so
Dan
here's the thing.
Diego.
My
Yes.
version of RoboCop that like I always think of because it was the first one I saw was the remake, which was not good.
It's not good. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
like when I
What's
think
up,
RoboCop,
Sar?
I think bad movie.
Dan Diego, I also didn't think you like saw me that way. Like, you guys see me as bad? Like, whoa. Sheesh.
No, I see you as RoboCop, and I just said I like RoboCop. Well, like, what happened? Pay
You
attention.
like me, Doki Doki Kyun?
Jesus
I see you as
Christ.
Robocop 3.
What?
You become a
That's okay. That's
creature. There's more than one RoboCop.
There's 3.
There's 3 of
Bex,
them.
you know there's a reboot.
Three's a bad
so that
movie.
automatically means there's 2.
Well, like I
Well,
meant like in terms
no?
of like consistency, because like the reboot isn't
Yeah.
technically part of the same line.
There's a lot of. Oh, I mean, yeah. I thought you meant like they have to have 2 of a movie before they can make a remake, which I was going to kill you over if that was the
Where
case.
did you
What kind
Dan,
of?
how the fuck did you get that idea?
That was kind of just out of
I don't
nowhere,
know.
bro. You kind of sussing.
Also, Bex, let's twice it like this. Anything that is like a genre icon, Hollywood will get their greasy mitts on and milk 10 different sequels out of it if they can help it.
Yo, who's gonna go watch the Among Us movie?
All of us together.
There's a lot of good movies, or there's only one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of
full-
good movies, but are they cultural icons that Hollywood can milk out of for 10 movies straight? Like Robocop or Terminator or anything else?
There's 3 RoboCop movies.
There is
3
like
RoboCop movies.
Terminator
a reboot,
was good for the
God knows
first
how
like
many
2 movies.
merchandising and random spin-off TV shows and advertisements.
Terminator 3 was like
Yeah.
okay. The rest of the Terminators after that were just like awful. The best one is hands
Yeah.
down Terminator 2. Terminator 1 is like good, but like Terminator 2 in my opinion is like just the GOAT.
I've already stated. Listen, Terminator 1 is better than 2, and everyone that disagrees is a child. That's just how it works. I'm very
Terminator
sorry.
2 is more interesting. It has
No, it's
better
not.
characters and better action.
Better action is crazy, actually.
No, like action's the one thing I'd give to. Honestly, of the things he said.
Yeah,
Terminator
Terminator
cool for
1
its
is
action and
alright,
all.
but like
Because I definitely think Terminator 2 has better characters. I give that one. But Terminator 1 I just like enjoy more to watch. I like the concept more. I think it's scarier.
Yeah.
Terminator started as a quote unquote like semi horror movie, but like didn't really
That's a
stay
horror.
as one. I wouldn't consider I wouldn't consider Terminator to really be like a horror movie. More so like a sci-fi thriller, if anything.
It's very much the entire thing is shot and themed like a horror movie. Like, I guess what you're saying is like it's not like scary. A lot of like very good, very beloved horror movies are not scary in any way. They're just like themed in a certain way that I very much think Terminator is.
I always thought it was more as a thriller than like an actual horror.
The thrillers are horror, bro. I don't know.
Well, thrillers
Oh.
are not exactly horror. They're a subspec of what would be considered horror. They're kind of like their
So
own
they're
thing.
so they're horror. Yes, a subset of something is still part of something, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
They're horror. No, so what they are is that they're horror adjacent, but their not main goal being to scare you more so to put you on edge.
It's still a horror movie. Like that is a
Genres are-
subgenre. Like, what did my ability to speak die? Anyway, subgenre.
Like genres are like zoology. Like classifying things is basically like an impossible goal.
I mean,
I will say, the second you reduce everything to like what genre it is, rather than just focusing on, you know, what the work actually is when you just start getting super reductive and.
yeah, that's. I mean, like for things generally, that's the case. But like with Terminator, Terminator 2 is like the classic case of they wanted to make the sequel more of an action movie, and that is a change.
Yeah.
Intentionally. So like you kind of have to talk about genre.
No, it was
there.
an intentional genre shift, yeah.
Yeah.
I say as I have not watched either Terminator movie, because the only chance I had to watch a Terminator movie, I watched Kill Bill instead.
Kill Bill's good.
Terminator 2 is one of my favorite tropes of like a plot twist that is so popularized that people don't consider it a plot twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is that one of the Terminators is not evil, which is great.
Yeah. He's there to protect. He has the bouquet. He pulls out the gun, shoots the other one, and you go, "Whoa, that's crazy!" But I already knew this. But it's a cool scene.
I mean, yeah, if you didn't know that he was like a good guy going into it, though, it was kind of wild thinking like, "Oh shit, there's two of them. Like, what's gonna happen here?" And then like they just pull up. Yeah, and then they just pull up and like blast the other one.
Yeah, it's like how
Come with me if you
Luke,
want to
I am
leave.
your father. It's like, yeah, of course today isn't like a plot
Yeah,
twist. and similar things are
That's
considered
not
plot.
the actual line star.
Oh my god, shut up.
It's not.
But yeah, it is. That is a plot twist that is like so common that it's like you'd be surprised if someone didn't know that. Someone who doesn't even like Star Wars or doesn't even know about it.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars is just one of the biggest media things of all time now in general, so it's kind of hard to not know what it
I'm gonna need a
means.
source on that.
It's like one of the
It's a big claim.
biggest things ever known.
You know
like,
what the source is? It's one of Disney's major properties. That's what it is. I love corporatism. I love corporations.
I'd buy that for $1.
Corporations, yeah.
yeah, it's like
Go on
kids,
audible.com/COACP.
2-year-old kids know who like Darth Vader is. Like that's not like a thing that's like unpopular.
Bex,
like,
why do you think I was serious? Like, how does
No,
this
I'm
work?
just saying, like in general, like it's a huge thing in general.
This is very much based off of telling to be serious.
When you guys were in like elementary school, did you ever like get the Lego set and like put the like not like the like rectangle, the square, and the rectangle Lego together to make like TIE fighters? And you mess around with your friends with these Lego TIE fighters of 3 bricks, going like pew 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 TIE fighters.
No, I built cooler shit than 3 brick creations because I wasn't lame.
No. Here's the thing, Diego.
Well then,
Here's the thing, Diego. Me like incorporating. That was not something I came up with. That was what the cool kids came up with. Was Star Wars references with Legos that I would like try fitting in by like making these Legos Star Wars things.
Well then, who brought out the fucking
TIE fighters I would make to fit in?
Who brought up the
well
fucking
then, who brought out the
Terminator
fucking Robocop set?
Yeah.
Who brought out the Robocop set? Yeah.
The
I
cool
think
kids.
he
The
pulled up.
cool kids brought the Robocop. Everyone.
Hold on. Calm down.
Star, are these cool kids in the room with us right now?
Star
I
just
transferred
looks at
to
the
an
mirror.
entirely different state from the rest of the cool. Twice I transferred to different schools from those cool kids.
You ever
Look,
wonder
I'm
why
trying
they
to-
transferred multiple times?
No, not them.
I'm trying
I
to
did.
end the I'm trying to I'm trying to end the episode. We're an hour.
Oh.
Everyone,
fair
shut up
enough.
for just a moment.
Alright.
Yes.
Hey guys, want to talk about something else real quick? I feel like it'd be cool to talk about something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, sure. We need more content.
So I was at the golf course the other day,
Wait.
and this kid was there with his dad or his uncle or something,
Dad,
and the kid
please
was like, "I
wrap
want
it
to
up.
practice my
Please
chipping,"
wrap
and
it
the
up.
dad uncle's like, "Chips, like sorry, give it up."
This
You
whole
initiated
thing
this.
is just an absolute shit show.
Yeah, okay, Dan, you can end that.
I think next time we just like actually need like some kind of script to go off so we have topics.
Yeah, we
Script?
We'll get topics. We'll figure topics out.
This has been COACP. I hope Grass and Resty are back next week. Until then, I'm Dan. That's Star. You don't get to outro yourself. Diego? That's Diego, and that's Bex. Catch us all on our Twitters in the bios, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
We're sorry.